Let's look at 4 ways to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Number 4, save up for big purchases. For many people, living paycheck to paycheck is a way of life. They may not have the luxury of setting aside money for savings, and as a result, they often have to rely on credit cards for large purchases. However, this can be a dangerous cycle to get into. Credit card debt can quickly spiral out of control, and making only the minimum payments can keep you trapped in debt for years. One way to break this cycle is to start saving up for big purchases instead of putting them on a credit card. This may require some sacrifices in the short term, but in the long term, it can help you to become financially secure. By paying in cash, you'll be able to avoid paying interest on your purchase, and you'll also be less likely to overspend. So if you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, start saving up and pay with cash instead of using a credit card. Number 3, sell stuff. One way to break out of the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck is to sell things that you no longer need or use. This includes clothes that you no longer wear, furniture that you no longer need, or electronics that you no longer use. By selling these items, you can free up some extra cash each month that can be used to pay down debt or build up your savings. Additionally, decluttering your home can also help to reduce your monthly expenses. If you're not paying for storage fees or insurance for items that you're not using, you can save even more money each month. So if you're looking for ways to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, selling things that you no longer need or use is a great place to start. Number 2, take care of the 4 essentials and save the rest. Living paycheck to paycheck is a difficult way to exist. You are constantly worrying about whether you will have enough money to make it to the next payday. One way to break this cycle is to budget your expenses and make sure you are taking care of the essentials first. The 4 essentials are food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. Once you've paid for these items, you can stop spending and save the rest of the money for other purposes. Once you've paid for your family to eat, have a roof over their heads with running water and lights, as well as gas to get to work, then you need to stop spending and save the rest of the money that you have left over. This may require some sacrifice in the short term, but it will ultimately lead to financial stability, and that is something that is well worth striving for. Before I move on to number 1, make sure you subscribe and click the bell. That way you'll be the first to see my next money-making video. Number 1, embrace minimalism. Another way to break out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle is to embrace minimalism. Minimalism is about living with less stuff, both in terms of possessions and in terms of expenses. When you cut back on the things you don't need, you free up money that can be used to pay down debt or save for the future. It's not an easy lifestyle change, but it can be a very rewarding one. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, make the decision to start living more simply. You may be surprised at how much of a difference it can make. Click the video on the screen to see another money-making video.